Hello everyone, Jason with Innovations Technology Group here with episode 6 of ITG Tech Weekly. This week I wanted to do something new. I wanted to pose a few questions for you guys, you my wonderful viewers. The first question is really, what do you think the current state of tech is? I mean, does it seem that things are advancing, or do you feel like things are just sort of standing still? There are all kinds of tech out there, but there haven't really seemed to be any real advancement recently. I mean, that's not to say that the tech world isn't improving, but it just seems that we are not really improving at the same rate anymore. It's almost like the tech industry has decided to stand up straight for a moment and just take a deep breath. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I mean, I'd love to really have a conversation about this. And there are a couple other things that I also want to have a discussion about. Look at our mobile devices, for instance. Yes, we have a lot of, great devices that do a lot of great things, but they've been doing the same great things for quite some time. And while these devices are getting faster, better processors, it seems that the software industry on these devices just hasn't also been keeping up. So in the past, it has always been that the software was trying to do more than the hardware could handle. For instance, even back in the day when PCs didn't really have the hardware to handle the software industry had to figure out a way to make it work even though the hardware couldn't keep up. I mean, think about swap space or a swap drive in Windows or Linux and even on the Mac. Because we didn't have enough RAM to keep up with all the things we were trying to run, the software industry said, how can we solve this problem? And they did by creating a swap file or swap drive in order to take things from RAM and store them on a local drive until it needed it again. Even back then, everything that was in RAM didn't necessarily need to be there and could be swapped to disk to make room for something else that maybe needed the RAM at the time. And I mean, that's just an example, but now it seems like we have all this hardware at our fingertips, but the software industry isn't keeping up with what the hardware can do. Now, granted, there are some games that push these devices, but as a whole, our mobile devices process everything and then just sort of laughs at us along the way. I mean, between Samsung's latest devices and Apple's latest devices, there's way more hardware in them than the average user could begin to use. For instance, I have an iPad Pro 12.9 inch from about 3 years ago, and right now there still isn't any software that I can't run on the Apple platform that even comes close to pushing the limits of that hardware, and it's 3 years old. Now, that being the case, each year since then, performance has only gone up. I mean, now you have the M1 iPads, which provide way more performance and hardware specs than the iPad Pro that I have. Now, what do you guys think about this? Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, let's have that conversation. I really want to have that conversation with you guys as well. And I know this episode has almost felt like me just kind of ranting about the tech industry, but I'm really curious about the tech world as we know it right now. This week, it's just been something that I've noticed and figured I would come on with this week's episode and ask you guys what you thought about this as well. I mean, I really think that between hardware, software, and the tech industry, I just feel like they've just slowed down. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we are always coming out with something new, something better, even something faster from time to time. But what good is the hardware if the software can't keep up? And vice versa. What good is the software if the hardware can't keep up? I just feel like we're in a place where the hardware is way more than we need and the software is lacking right now. So tell me what you think. This has been a quick episode this week. Like I said, I hate that it sounds like I'm ranting about everything, but I really want to say thank you for watching until all the way to the end of the video. And as always, I really appreciate it. If you like the content here, please consider helping out the channel by clicking the subscribe button. And if you would like to get notified when new videos are released, be sure to also hit that notification bell so that YouTube can let you know when I've made another video live. Just to give you an example, some upcoming videos. I have a couple of unboxing videos that are almost ready for uploading, like a brand new mouse, even a tech therapy device that I plan to upload later this week for you guys or early next week. So be sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so that you know when they go live. Again, my name is Jason with Innovations Technology Group. I appreciate you. Go and make today a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next episode of ITG Tech Weekly. Look forward to the conversation in the comments section, and we'll talk to you then. Bye for now.